Good morning, you badass motherfuckers. Good fucking morning. Welcome to the It's All On Me, the morning drinking show. I'm your host, Greg. Been getting on here since January 1st, motherfucker. We talking shit. We talking life every day. Some of y'all take life off. Some of y'all been taking a fucking mental nap for too long. That's why I'm here. To turn your fucking ass around, man. That's the kind of life coach I am. Let's turn your ass around. Let's light the fire under your ass. And let's get moving in a positive direction, motherfuckers. Right? For me, it took hitting rock bottom. That's it right there, man. Rock motherfucking bottom. Has anybody been down there? It's a hell of a place, man. Y'all should go visit it sometime. Some of y'all are on the fast track towards rock bottom. I am fucking relieved that I can sit here now and say I'm so far past it. I'm so far gone. But what's crazy is every day seems like something. It just gets a little dimmer and dimmer, but it still pops up, man. Something wanting to fucking propel me back towards the bottom, motherfuckers. The bottom. And it's all about developing that relationship with self. I've been talking a lot about being in the present and present mindset, right? The power of now, Eckhart Tolle, the big leap. Man, we tell ourselves all these things. We construct these egos, and it's like we either get stuck in the past, right? Or we're anxious for the future, right? We're so discontent with right now that all we can do is dream about what the future would be like. And we miss the whole point of it all, right? I've been having these revelations recently because I'm going through a little bit of I want to call it a stressful situation. It's not stressful, it's very rewarding, but it's a very in-depth process behind the scenes. I ain't telling you motherfuckers my secrets, not all of my secrets. I'll tell you all the bad shit, but I like to keep some of that good news a little bit under wraps. Y'all just fucking hang tight. This motherfucker's doing shit, big moves. Every day, man. Each and every fucking day we getting up and we thinking about what the fuck can we do. Another day like today, just struggling, right? Trying to have to get in traction in the morning. I got an early morning call from a good friend. He kind of woke my ass up. I was like in a little bit of a mixed sleep awake state, which is a good place to be because a lot of times I'll wake up, right? And, you know, it's not triggered by the alarm, but in that early morning sleep state, it's a really good time, man, for you to put in them fucking earbuds and jam some positive affirmations. So I was kind of in that state where I was just washing my mind through some positive affirmations, getting that traction on the day, setting the intentions. So when he calls me, he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm getting my mind right, man. That's what the fuck I'm doing. I'm getting my mind right for today." Because my mind doesn't naturally just want to be positive and rainbows and waterfalls and butterflies and unicorns, right? Some of y'all may be that happy-go-lucky, right? For me, I've been through so much dirt, motherfucker, so much shit that there's a lot of days I gotta fucking battle to be on solid mental ground, solid foundation, positive fucking vibes, positive fucking energy, positive direction. It don't just come natural, right? We struggle. We go in and out of these states of consciousness and trying to figure out our fucking selves. I was joking yesterday, how many voices you got in your head? We all tease the motherfucking homeless dude on drugs that's all over there yelling at himself, talking to himself. But man, if you are someone that gets either freaked out by that or kind of laughs at it or thinks, what a fucking weirdo, I can almost guarantee you that you do the same shit. You're just not projecting it. But a lot of us, we run this fucking program in our head. That person's just projecting it externally. But a lot of us, man, we fucking running all kinds of rants and bullshit in our heads. How many voices you got? Honestly, That's something that you should try to journal. How many voices? Some of y'all think you just got one voice. Some of y'all think you're hearing the devil all day long or God, right? Again, externalizing. You want to blame it on the devil. You want to blame it on God. You want to, you know, put it on all this other shit, all the demons and all this shit. I believe in fucking spirituality, positive, negative. I believe in all that shit. But that don't mean that you just let it run amok in your fucking brain housing group, right? You have to become a master of your mind. And that's why when I've been talking books for you to consume, I think if you were to take this in order, 3 in order, I'd hit Can't Hurt Me, David Goggins first, right? Really tear down all your bullshit excuses of what is possible, motherfuckers. And yes, this is incredible fucking superhuman. No, he's not. He was just a regular fat motherfucking kid cheating his way through high school, right? But he knew there was something greater inside of him. And most of you motherfuckers, if you were to get honest with yourself, right, and quit worrying about all the doubt and all the bullshit, most of you know that there is something great inside of you, but you don't think you're fucking worthy of it. When you chalk yourself up because you're comparing to other people, right, you do fall short in your current state. If you just sitting around carrying around all this extra weight, right, living a fucking mediocre life, of course you're not at that level. But that doesn't mean if you start putting in some effort, you come up with a plan and you start holding yourself accountable, yourself. And some of you do need to hire a fucking coach. Some of you do need to hire a fucking personal trainer, right? Some of you do need to get a fucking therapist, right? There's so many fucking resources out there. Just go to a yoga class if you need to clear your fucking mind and feel a little calm. But again, we all want to fucking fix it ourselves. We want to wait for us to figure it out on our own, and then we could go do the shit externally and like show off or whatever the fuck. That's a fucking losing strategy like a motherfucker. The stars are aligned right now. Today is 2-2-2-2-2s. Today is the fucking day that you can start to create a whole new reality for your life. And it starts with a story you tell yourself. Because if you really chalked it all up, if there was a way for you to just get handed a fucking folder that tells you, okay, here's all the negative thoughts you have about yourself, and here's why you're having these negative thoughts. It's based on all these negative fucking toxic, traumatic experiences that you've had throughout the course of your life. So the thoughts are related to the experiences, and you're still carrying this shit around on the subconscious level. You're not living in the present. You're stuck in the past. You're worried about the future. And so you're disorganized right now in the present. Your mind is overwhelmed. You can't fucking really have clear train of thought. You can't really focus and follow through. Following through. That was something I was thinking about today, is following through on shit. And it's something I've struggled with. And I remember telling you guys the first college class that I took, not ever, but just on the journey that led for me to completing 3 college degrees, an associate's, a bachelor's, and a master's in business administration. I remember the first class I took. There was this 86-year-old lady, hard of hearing, that it was a small group communication class. And she just annoyed a lot of people because she would ask a lot of follow-up questions. A very good student, right? Because she was very a student. She was listening, taking notes. Most motherfuckers weren't doing either of those. So when she would ask a question, they felt like she's holding up the class, and they would project their fucking negative energy on her. I think this lady was an angel, some kind of a spiritual guide, something. Because I sat next to her for the duration of the summer class. So it was a shorter class, 4 weeks. And, you know, I formed a little bond with her, a little connection with her. I even made her some cupcakes on her birthday during the class. And she was, you know, very touched, to where one day she sat there with me and she told me to fucking write my name or write something. And I mentioned this in the past, that I used to just do my G's like a little hook at the end. And she saw my writing and said, oh, right there, right there. You're so fucking close. She's like, if you would just follow through, right, in life, everything would start to fall your way. Every fucking thing. You got so much going on, so much potential. The voice, she was even talking about the voice echoing off the walls. It was very inspirational. It was almost like a spiritual encounter with this gal. But that's something I still hold myself accountable today when I write. I do that with all my G's now. I follow through. And it was so weird how such a, random encounter, right? A brief encounter with another human being could be this impactful. That shit was almost 10 years ago. It probably was. I think it was 10 years ago this summer. Fuck. This was right at the beginning of all this shit. Crazy how time flies. But I was sitting here thinking this morning about following through. And there's a big process that I'm working on that involves a lot of following through, a lot of being responsive, a lot of requests. I'm having to produce a lot of paperwork, all this other stuff. And I just keep reminding myself, dude, you got to keep following through. Because if you follow through, guess what? You build momentum. Right? And it's an important thing to have momentum on your side. And some of you guys got negative momentum because you're just on a race to the bottom because you can't see anything positive in life, right? You're watching the news, you're watching the media, you're torn apart by the social issues of the day or whatever the world issues are. I don't know. I can't even tell you what the fuck we find about now. I'm sure we find about something, and I'm sure it's dividing our country even more, right? Like if that's not a fucking strategy, not like all you motherfuckers complaining about the people over here and people over there. These motherfuckers, your neighbors. You hating your own fucking neighbors because of political agendas. Ain't that some bullshit? That's some major fucking mind control, man. Is where you motherfuckers start fighting with each other on social media, right? Hating on each other in your neighborhoods because of your fucking political fucking agendas, man. Come on now. You've been hijacked. If you're someone that got to tote political agendas over your own fucking community, your own neighborhood, your own family, your own people, you know what I mean? Just making a difference there in the backyard, right? Worrying about these political fucking bullshits. Come on now, man. Those motherfuckers need to get ripped out of their offices, drugged through the fucking streets, man. This is not a fucking good game that they're playing. But you all keep buying into it. You're getting ready, right? You're getting ready for the midterms. We're gonna turn back America. We're gonna do great things. It's like, no, man, it doesn't go that way. Doesn't go that way, man, until people fully fucking rise up. Because the system, in my opinion, is fucked. It's fucked. There's no other way to say it. You keep doing you though. You keep fucking voting for your people, right? Worshiping them like they are fucking gods, right? How many of you worship politicians, worship celebrity, right? Worship all this shit. Like you worship it, man. If you're spending hours upon hours upon hours, right, consuming the content of either politics, entertainment, I mean, that's worship. That's an investment of your motherfucking time. And your time's your most valuable thing. So if you're spending a large portion of your time, right, externalizing what is someone else working on, right, in the form of sports, what is someone else fucking, conjuring up in terms of corruption and politics, y'all motherfuckers watching this shit, that's worshiping it. You're worshiping it, man. You love it, don't you? And the reason why you love it so much is because for you to look in the mirror, for you to start like turn off all the fucking talking heads, turn off the TV, turn off this bullshit, right? And sit there with a fucking journal, right? Start putting down some fucking thoughts, start writing down some fucking thoughts, right? Anything. Brainstorm any fucking topic, right? What do you want to do in the next 6 months, right? We're almost at the halfway point, motherfuckers. We're 5 months deep, right? We're basically halfway through 22. How many motherfuckers really, like, do you have anything to show? I mean, it's been 5 months. We're 5 months in. What have you got to show? Have you dropped 10 pounds? You dropped 20 pounds, right? You started a new business. You've applied and got a new job, right? Purchased a new home, bought a new car, right? Changing your fucking habits, your patterns. Like, what are you chalking up, right? In terms of wins? Because 5 months passed. Every motherfucker out there just about at least has a little bit of optimism as to a new year, new opportunities, a fresh start, right? Well, guess what? That's every fucking day. That's why I don't get caught up in, oh, well, it's a new year, new me. No, every fucking day that you get to wake up and do this thing called life, that's a fresh start. It's a fresh start. Yes, you have some momentum from yesterday. So if you were headed towards the bottom, right? You're headed towards the ditch, towards the fucking bottom, right? You can either accelerate and even go faster towards the bottom, or you can pull the fucking brakes, pop the chute open, right? Find a fucking ledge and start working your way back up, right? And you don't have to hit rock bottom to figure out that you're worth fucking investing in. You're worth it, man. You're worth putting in time and energy, sacrificing weekends and nighttime and evenings to be able to invest in you, in something that you can have ownership in, something you can be truly proud about. What is the work that you are creating in this world? Because we all have creative gifts, right? I'm not talking about just being a master painter or an artist or a musician, right? There are so many gifts. The gift of speaking, voice, right? Visual expression. There's so many gifts. Being a teacher, right? A mentor, a coach. There's a lot of different gifts that we have. And yet some of us use them. Some of us, even myself included, I've caught myself using my gifts as a way to avoid dealing with my reality, with the shit that I'm faced with, as a way to avoid, right, handling my shit. Are you doing shit to avoid handling your shit? Right? Really fucking taking inventory of the good, the bad, and the motherfucking ugly that you have produced in your life. You've produced this, right? And it's not until we get to a point where we do what? Take total fucking ownership, that we can actually start to see some results, right? Because if you are still in denial that your life is 100% your responsibility, the results of your life is 100% your responsibility. The lack of results in your life is 100% your responsibility. You can blame XYZ for hurting you, for victimizing you, for traumatizing you, whatever, right? See, the thing is just acknowledging it is a pretty powerful thing. But the thing is when you can get to a maturity place where you can just breathe life into that, forgiveness into the person that's hurt you, that don't mean you forget, that don't mean it's okay, but you just say, I forgive that person and I forgive myself. However, I got caught up in that situation. And some of us, it's just when we were little fucking kids, we got birthed into this situation. And there's something in the back of my mind that tells me I picked this fucking life. Any of you ever think that? Like, it's almost like a video game, right? Where you get to see like all the different opportunities that you could experience, right? If you want to have like the Grand Canyon experience, or you want to have like the island experience, or the mountainous experience, like you picked the fucking experience. Like you picked how hard the challenges would be. You picked how difficult the life journey would be for you from the very beginning. And there's a part of me that I don't know. It feels like a little bit of fantasy, but there seems like there's some reality in that. That somehow before we launch into this life, we have a fucking understanding of what we're getting into. And it's a weird situation. I'm not trying to tell you definitively this is how it is, but I'm curious enough to try and figure out this whole thing called life, right? And I don't have to, it's not something that maddens me, because sometimes people, when we're trying to figure out and solve things, we're trying to understand ourselves, we can get to a place of really insanity, right? It totally like consumes us, and we start to lose focus of what is truly important. And what is truly important is right now. The fact that you're alive is fucking the most incredible thing. The fact that you actually get to then make decisions in your life that can alter your life drastically for the good or the bad is also fucking very important. And then there's also times where we're just coasting through life saying, I'm waiting, right? I'm waiting for things to get better. I'm waiting for the pandemic to end. I'm waiting for summer to come. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for this perfect person in my life. I'm waiting for the perfect job. I'm waiting for an opportunity to have more free time to go back to school. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Stop fucking waiting. What are you waiting for? There's nothing to fucking wait for. You are either doing life or you ain't doing life. And even when you're not doing life, that is doing life. Is doing life in a fucking really shitty place. But it's all right here. If you are not doing life, but that is doing life, it's all right here. You have a mental fucking blockage that is holding you back from really some greatness. And it's all based on what? Fear. I was there, man. I was there. Sometimes I can get there. I go back to there, but I don't stay there. Right? Because I now realize that the fear, the hesitation, the doubt, those are all fucking flags of like, it's almost like if you're following a fucking trail map, you're looking for markers. And it's like the more the fear, when the fear comes up, the hesitation, the doubt, it's like those are the markers I'm looking for in life. Because as I string together those, it builds up my confidence, but it also expands my experience. And good things are really starting to happen by following that. When I can tell you guys, for a long period of time, I was totally checked the fuck out. I wasn't following any markers. I was just sitting there vegging out, wasting away my life, pity party, licking my fucking wounds, sorry for myself, right? In a state of depression, right? In a state of anxiety, and just being numb. If you're numb right now, you got work to do. Be kind to yourself, but you got to figure out a way to break through that. And I've been preaching this every fucking day, man, doing something new, right? If this is how you feel, right? Fuck, just trust the process. Just trust the fucking process. That in order for you to move in a positive direction, there's a process that comes forth, and it ain't going to be easy. I tell you guys, the minute you do something new, whack, the fuck universe gonna slap you up and down the street to make sure you really want what you want. And I don't know why it's like that, but I've experienced that. I'm sure some of you've experienced it. And usually it's that fucking slap in the face when we first come out the gate, right? That most people say, you know what, fuck this. I ain't doing this. It ain't worth it. And we go back into our little hole and we retreat. We give up. Don't give up. Don't quit. If you have quit, right, it's not too late. As long as you got life, as long as you got breath in your fucking lungs, a beating heart, and an able body, man, go do something for you. Go do something. Self-care. Get a massage, right? Go on a hike. Get outdoors. Connect with nature. Go stand in the fucking dirt for fucking 15 minutes listening to some positive affirmations. Tell me that doesn't make you feel a lot better, right? And my number one thing for when you need to feel better, right? Go volunteer. Give of your time to help someone else that is probably in a worse situation than you. That'll make you really appreciate what the fuck you got, the hand you've been dealt, knowing that someone out there is doing exactly what you wish you were doing, and they've gone through more. They've gone through worse. You don't want to admit that, right? But it's true. Every single one of us has the capability of getting past the victimization, getting past this fucking weak version of ourselves that just needs to sit there in complacency and victimization, right? You can be the hero of your story, but guess what, motherfucker? You got to rescue yourself. And it's not until you start to fucking say, I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to take care of my internal fucking state of being, my peace of mind. I'm going to start protecting my energy, right? And I'm going to start building my energy. I'm going to start expanding as a motherfucker, Because here we go. We're only a week away from fucking June. That sounds pretty summery to me. I hope some of you are ready to pull off your shirts, get on them bikinis, get on them board shorts, and let your fucking body shine. Some of y'all is gonna be wearing shirts and a hidden, but you know you love that outdoors. You know you love that water. I hope you'll still enjoy it, even if you nasty, even if you fat, even if you making excuses galore. But you know the drill here. Results kill excuses. It's all on me. Greg's out.